Hello, Alexander Dreyfoos School of the Arts. My name is Wilbur Whitman. I'm sitting here in my motorhome bus in Jackson, New Jersey, listening to your fabulous bands. I listened to your Band 1 and Band 2 of the large virtual section in the National Jazz Festival. And it was my pleasure to listen to both bands. I hope your community, I hope the school are all realizing how much hard work and dedication that it takes for you to play on such a high level. You should be congratulated. And your teachers, bravo to the teachers and staff of your school. It's just terrific. I have you as one of the highest bands scored. I travel around the country in this thing, and I do a lot of clinics, and you would be one of my favorite bands to be on stage with and get to work. Speaking of which, in the first band, what I said, some things too, just, incredible. Whoever does your mixing and everything like that, it's just state of the art. Really great. The intonation that your students are playing with is well above grade level. Just some wonderful, wonderful, music happening from your students. Let me go down my list here that I made for you. When we're talking about everything here, numbers don't matter, right? Not with your band, especially this number one band. Don't worry about numbers. You're making music on a professional level. You deserve to be off the sheet. So we have to, just assign numbers, let it be what it is. It's all going to be ambiguous, and personal preferences to charts and things like that. So it makes no difference. So I just want to make sure that you realize that no numbers, right? You guys know that anyway. I said some things here on the sheet. I just wanted to just confirm with you. I think that on the Benny Golson tune, the Whisper Not, soloing wise, I like, it's not that you're not playing the changes and things for you. In my opinion, I think there's more stylistically that you can be done in that manner. I don't know how much transcribing you've done of that era of solos of that, especially on that tune and by players that everybody likes to play it. But that's transcribing that one, and also the shorty trombone shorty sound, I think could be more appropriate on Jody Grind for your trombonist. I know you're such a clean player and you play so beautifully the section, but I thought at times we could use a little more rollicking on the Jody Grind at times in the soloing section, and even bring up more dynamic contrast in there. Again, I have you scores high, so we're not talking about numbers here. We're just talking about personal things that if I were standing in front of the band, I might have given my hand up a little bit at times to follow the soloist. Let the soloist be a little more blastissimo, to say. Let it go onto the edge and bring it out like trombone shorty kind of sound. And also in the section too, like a Dick Shear sound a little bit more. If you could look up those players, I would appreciate that. I rarely give a 15 a total score in intonation, but I listen 3 times, and there's nothing worth taking anything off of. I mean, your attention to detail is pristineness, rhythmically and intonation. You do what most bands don't. You don't treat rhythm. You don't treat intonation with the same rigor that you treat rhythm. I tell them that all the time. They're always fixing rhythms. They're fixing rhythms, right? You got to fix intonation too. Go back and treat it like rhythm. So you guys, you're the role model for that. Terrific rhythm section. Just great. Really, really, really great. And if I were to do a clinic with you guys and went down for articulation, went down the row and said, okay, trumpet 1, play it. Okay, trumpet 2, play it. Is it the same? Does the articulation sound? Is the inflection the same? You guys have it down. I mean, you're sectionaled out. You got it really great. I probably would like to have heard in the charts a more extensive bone section solely, something that I could hear in there, but it did matter at the end. I still maxed you out because they're playing everything in the chart, and when the breaks are there and the bones take over, it's clean as a whistle. So you just were terrific on that. Again, I said if I did hitch, I hitch a little bit on dynamics there. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the second band now, band number 2. Let me get my notes up for that. And I really enjoyed the alto solo on that. On the Dat Dare, the solos, I said, a lot of it is do oriented on the minor blues. And, if I went through and counted, even if you didn't start on do, which I thank you for not, a lot of you ended on do. A lot of times, even in your short little motif licks, little licks during there, on there. One player at the end started to use minor pentatonics and can run some patterns, was doing that, and just needs, I think we should work more on that too. There's a couple of great books. If you email me, I'll send them to you. I got them PDF'd in my studio. Minor pentatonics, and Chad LB has a thing out that I use with my students for shifting minor pentatonic and shifting things for that. The solos on what did I say there? Oh, on the minor chord. Minor's, a good chord to use the 9th and the 11th. You can go do, re, da, 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 da. That's a neat sound. Experiment with it. Only on minor, right? We want to use, because the 11th is the 4th and the natural 4th, and usually we would use a Lydian in a major key, but I'm just trying to give you ideas, and you'll do more. You just transcribe and do more transcribing. That's what's going to get your bands like yours to be doing there. Intonation, I caught some more. When you're playing softer in the second band, support the sound. These are all things your teacher's going to show you. I've seen that. I like to use a tuner on there to confirm it. Hey, we've got a peak coming up. We're going to start a crescendo. We're going to go to the peak. Let's check the pitch of that top note. Everybody just check it. Make sure it feels good on your face. Let's go back, play that passage again, and see if it feels the same with that. So I hope that is a tip for you there. I do that also with dynamic contrast too. I'll start, if it's a crescendo, I'll have whatever band. Doesn't have to even be a jazz band. It could be a concert band too, wind ensemble. I'll start tune the start of the crescendo, and then tune the peak of the crescendo, and then go back, play the phrases again. On the articulations, there were some inner voices I would like to check. If we had a clinic, I'd do exactly what I said for your first band. I got a feeling there's some discrepancies in there on those, but you're still ahead as a really relatively high. The second band isn't that far away. You're really good. Dynamics, I thought, like I said, the other one, I thought at times we could really extend it on the first band's dynamics. At the end of like Jody Grind, I thought the lead trumpet could zip it a bit more, a couple more. But bravo, trumpets and bones on those shakes. Those were pristinely done, well orchestrated and timed together. It wasn't just like, hey, we can do shakes together. We can do shakes together. That was really great. And they were really clean. I recorded Jody Grind with John Riley from the Vanguard Band and Nick Marchione this summer, and I had them play it, and your groove was really good. I'd have to say we sight read it and played it before we recorded it, and I'd say your performance of it was cleaner than our sight reading at times, so that was cool. On the melody, listen carefully, because there's a couple spots in there where I think that the trumpet melody could be a little more snooky-ish. I'm not sure if he played it on the album or not, whether him or Clay Jenkins, but, just take a listen to some of that. And some of them are the ones, those fast triplet notes are legato, or more smooth, too. Interpretation, in this growing band and his band number 2, just keep those listening assignments coming, right? The duple swing figure, do-ba-do, ba-do, ba-do, like in Dat Dare and stuff like that. I gave you about a 90% on it. I'm pretty fussy about that when it comes to those kind of things in the bassy swing. The Sultry Sunset was really good. I thought it could use a little more trombone inflection. Listen to the recording and listen, I think after those little motifs behind the alto, listen to what he does to the sound on that. I don't know if it's one or not, but that would be that. And all your, historic repertoire of these pieces are just so greatly appreciated. Well, God bless you guys, and thank God you're back from COVID and letting you play, because you guys deserve everything. Go down and play in elementary schools. Get those kids involved again. They need to be involved. They didn't have the opportunity to learn and how to put their instruments together. And a lot of kids quit because they just thought they were no good at it, but really, they probably didn't have their instrument together, their read-on right or whatever, because of Skype and Zoom, and it's not like you had when you were sitting next to the teacher. So go down, bring your instrument, visit an elementary school, and just say, hey, can I sit in with the kids? And, tell everybody how much fun it is you have, making music, especially on a high level. When you guys graduate, you're going to have to hunt pretty far to find good bands to play in like this. So best wishes. I'll put my website on the end there, and it's Wilbur, Wilbur, at WW Orchestras. And if I could do anything for you at all, if I'm driving around country, I'm in the air, I'd stop in and play with you in a minute. You guys are terrific. Best wishes.